Since the beginning, white animals have been very rare and special for us. Some of them are even considered sacred in a few cultural mythologies. As these animals are rare, they are also endangered, and their color makes them vulnerable to diseases and predators. Here is a list of some rare white animals in the world. The white lion is a rare color of the lion, specifically the southern African lion. White lions in the area of Timbavati are thought to have been indigenous to the Timbavati region of South Africa for centuries, although the earliest recorded sighting in this region was in 1938. Regarded as divine by some African cultures, white lions first became known to the English-speaking world in 1977 through the book The White Lions of Timbavati. Laurie Park Zoo is currently in possession of 2 adult white lions, Daniel and Heidi, who have produced 8 cubs. A litter of 3 cubs was born in 2012, and all 3 were hand-reared. The second litter of 5 cubs was born in 2013, 3 were removed for their well-being, while the remaining 2, a male, Gabriel, and a female, Gazelle, were left with the parents. Both cubs are still with the parents and have not been handled by humans. A male cub was traded for other animals in August 2013 and now lives at the Hodonín Zoo in the Czech Republic. White alligators are simply a color variation of the American alligator, also known to scientists as Alligator mississippiensis. White alligators may be albino with pink eyes, or they may be leucistic with bluish eyes. Only American alligators have been found in white. Albino alligators lack the pigment melanin. They are the offspring of 2 normal-looking alligators that carry the recessive gene for albinism. Albino alligators have ivory-white skin and pinkish eyes. Another type of white alligator is the leucistic alligator, which makes some melanin in certain parts of its body. The leucistic alligator usually has blue eyes and patches of normally colored skin on its body. Snowflake was an albino western lowland gorilla. He was kept at Barcelona Zoo in Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain, from 1966 until his death. In 2001, Snowflake was diagnosed with an unusual form of skin cancer, almost certainly related to his albinism. By 2003, Snowflake's health began to deteriorate. After he began losing interest in his usual activities, isolating himself from other gorillas and exhibiting signs of pain, Snowflake's keepers decided to euthanize him. The decision was publicly announced in September 2003. Thousands of people visited Snowflake at the Barcelona Zoo before he was euthanized on November 24, 2003. At the time of his death, Snowflake was thought to be between 38 and 40 years old. The white hawk, Pseudaster albicollis, is a bird of prey breeding in the tropical New World of the family Accipitridae. Though it is commonly placed in the subfamily Butionini, the validity of this group is doubtful and currently under review. The adult white hawk ranges from 46 to 56 centimeters long with very broad wings and has a white head, body and underwings. The upper wings are black, and the very short tail is black with a broad white band. The bill is black and the legs are yellow. This is a bird of lowland forest and other woodlands. It ranges from southern Mexico through Central and South America to Peru, Bolivia and Brazil. It also breeds in Trinidad. The white hawk's range in Central South America is the entire Amazon basin, from the Andes on the west to the Guianas on the Atlantic on the northeast, and to the transition lands to the south. A widespread species, it is usually not common, but the IUCN considers it not to be globally threatened due to the large extent of its range. It builds a large stick platform nest in a tree and usually lays one dark blotched blue-white egg. An attended nest was observed in Ecuador in mid-August. The Honduran white bat, Ectophila alba, also called the Caribbean white tent-making bat, is a species of bat in the family Philostomatidae. It is the only member of the genus Ectophila. The genus and the species were both scientifically described for the first time in 1892. It has distinctive, entirely white fur, which is only found in 6 of the roughly 1,300 known species of bat. It constructs tents out of understory plant leaves by strategically cutting the leaf ribs with its teeth. It roosts in these tents during the day. Its bright yellow ears, nose leaf, and lips are a result of carotenoid deposition. The mechanism of this deposition is being researched as a way to understand and combat macular degeneration in humans. The most common species of the domesticated hedgehog is the four-toed hedgehog, Atelorix albiventris. The Algerian hedgehog, Atelorix algerus, is a separate species of hedgehog. The domesticated hedgehog kept as a pet is typically the African pygmy hedgehog, Atelorix albiventris. Hedgehogs live to be around 2 to 3 years old. The reason for this massive difference in potential lifespan is because wild hedgehogs have to face predators. This is what ends the life of most of them, and a higher risk of disease and injury. Hedgehogs are solitary animals and are not social. The male hedgehog is called a boar and they are not involved with rearing their offspring. Female hedgehogs are known as sows and they will give birth to a litter of 3 to 4 or 5 to 6 newborns depending on the species of hedgehog. The Taiwanese white dolphin, also known as the Taiwanese Indo-Pacific humpback dolphin, first described after a 2002 exploratory survey, is found exclusively in the shallow waters of the western coast of Taiwan. These dolphins are 8 or 9 feet long with a relatively small dorsal fin, but their most distinctive characteristic is their pink coloration. Their skin pigment is white, with gray spots, but when they are active, they flush and turn bright pink. They are born dark gray with no spots but get lighter and more spotted as they age. With a current population estimate of fewer than 75 individuals, it is overwhelmingly clear that they are at risk of extinction. They are also found in the waters south of Lantau, including Fan Lao and the Soko Islands. The population inhabiting the Pearl River estuary, including Hong Kong, is believed to number around 2,500 individuals. The Seneca white deer are a rare herd of deer living within the confines of the former Seneca Army Depot in Seneca County, New York. When the 10,600-acre depot was created in 1941, a 24-mile fence was erected around its perimeter, isolating a small herd of white-tailed deer, some of which had white coats. These deer are not albino but instead carry a set of recessive genes for all white coats. The isolation of the herd causes high levels of inbreeding. In the 1950s, the depot commander forbade GIs from shooting any white deer. The deer population has since grown to about 700 head, approximately 300 of which are white, making it the largest herd of white deer in the world. The white deer found at Seneca Army Depot is a natural variation of the white-tailed deer, Otocoileus virginianus, which usually have brown coloring. The Seneca white deer are leucistic, meaning they lack all pigmentation in the hair but have the normal brown-colored eyes. Among a group of marsupials born at an Australian zoo in recent months, one has stood out. The female koala, as yet unnamed, is a rare white joey. According to Queensland's Australia Zoo, the koala's fair coat is not due to albinism, but most likely caused by a recessive gene it inherited from its mother. Experts say it would be difficult for such a koala to survive if it lived in the wild. In veterinary science, it is often referred to as the silvering gene, where animals are born with white or very pale fur and, just like baby teeth, they eventually shed their baby fur and the regular adult coloration comes through, said Dr. Rosie Booth, the zoo's wildlife hospital director. Central Queensland University ecologist Dr. Alistair Melzer said he had not seen a white koala in more than 20 years of observing the animals in the wild. It is something that would be selected against in the wild, he told the BBC, saying koalas had predators such as eagles and owls. First seen in 1991 off the coast of Australia, Migolo, meaning white fella in the Australian Aboriginal community, has become Australia's most famous humpback whale. For a long time, it was believed that Migolo might be the only white whale in the world. Albino whales like Migolo face increased survival challenges in the wild. Many marine mammals, including spinner dolphins and humpback whales, employ a type of camouflage known as countershading, where their bodies are dark on top and light underneath. If viewed from above, these animals blend into the depths of the sea. If viewed from underneath, they appear to be part of the ocean's surface. Without countershading, white whales may be easier targets for predators, particularly as calves. The White Whale Research Center has established an online system that allows scientists and whale watchers to log their Migolo sightings. This database, along with annual whale counts, has helped scientists keep regular tabs on the rare whale. Since record-keeping began, Migolo has been spotted over 50 times, and whale watchers from around the world eagerly anticipate his appearance year after year.